quickly.
And I'm just gonna close the whole client. Woo, there we go. I just hit the X button and it just turned itself off. Woo, that was good. I'm glad it was shaking that off. Man, wow. Alright. Q&A time. Let's go, baby. So dumb. Little Big Lemon says, Yo, Day 9 just logged in to tell you that just because the card's big doesn't mean it's a golden monkey. Really? Will you be streaming The Witness when it comes out? Yes, next Friday. That's it. Thank you for subbing to the new subs today, who would be Exiled, Eric, Acronos, Runestone 92, Legend 24, 66, Kenry 6, Zillion, Please Alt My Dad, Evie, and Bliss Love. Hope you don't mind that I had a little bit of the... I became a Frownosaurus Rex today. Scarbian says, how do you let off steam after a really bad day? I sit there. I just sit there quietly in a quiet place, and I just sit there. Just sitting there. That's what I do. I am my own best reassurance. I need to just be alone with myself to recover. Ever gonna have someone change your banner on YouTube? Yeah, this came to my attention actually like last week, and I was like, Jesus, we never changed that? Oh, we should totally do that. What is the best booze in life? Says Tazza Terrible. Deschutes Brewery has a beer called Not the Stoic that I adore. I haven't been able to find it for a while, but it's really good. Mostly walking next week? In theory, yes. In theory, yes. Fat DB says, do you think you'll play the card game Duelist like all the other sellout streamers? I'm going to answer the part of the question that you're not asking, which is, why are they sellouts? What a weird term. The term sellout was always an odd term to me, because, like, there's this aspiration that many people have, which is to identify something that they love doing. Hold on, my eyeball's dry. There we go. Hurt a little bit. That, you know, you should work on something you love doing. You should really, that's the aspirational path. If you love basketball, you should try to work your way to get in the NBA. You know, if you love space, try to work at NASA or JPL, something like that. And then all of a sudden, there's someone who loves to play games and to talk about games and to share things. Like, I share obsessively. I love to share music, as you can see on my Twitter. Love to, like, talk about games on Fridays. I mean, that was the whole concept of the daily, was we get to share some thoughts about this cool StarCraft strategy. Like, that's awesome. And then someone comes along and says, I would like to offer you money to stream this game. Now, in terms of, like, streaming as a business, it is actually not in the best interest of a streamer to stream something that they don't like. I learned almost immediately that whatever mood I was in and however I was when I was going to go on stream, that's what I should be. I used to be in, like, an okay mood, and I was like, oh, but I have to be, like, more happy and more on. And, like, by daily number 5, like, literally in the single digits of dailies, I was like, that feels horrible and awful, and I sound weird and everything's weird. I'm just going to be myself. Everything's much easier from there, right? It's not in a streamer's best interest to actually just accept money and do something they don't want to do. But what works out nicely is that for all the offers that come in, and there are many, many offers to stream games, to publicize games, to talk about products, to do all these sorts of things, for streamers, for just YouTubers, for public figures. There's so many of these that come in that you get the opportunity to choose the ones that you want to promote. Again, it's not in your best interest to ever support or promote anything that you don't care about. So I think that it is fantastic and wonderful that there are people, like recently I saw Trump that said he was doing a sponsored stream for Duelist. I think that Trump is like a great person to choose if I were the Duelist people. And I also think that this is a great thing for Trump, the human being, to enjoy and to find as a fun game. So I think that's... And, you know, Fat DB says, you know, I was being sarcastic. I don't actually think they're sell by being paid and try to share a game. And I think that, you know, you might not think that, but there are a lot of people that do, so I'm glad that we're actually getting the chance to talk about it. Because there's nothing actually bad or wrong or immoral with waiting for a long time until there's an offer that comes in for a product that you really believe in, that you're like, yeah, hell yeah, I want to work with these people. I like them. I'll take Fallout 4. Like, as I talked about when I was on stream, like, NVIDIA was working with Bethesda, two companies that I really like. I use NVIDIA graphics cards that I really like. Bethesda makes games that I really like. Surprise! And Bethesda wanted to work with NVIDIA to have me as one of the promoting streamers for Fallout 4. And I totally accepted that promotion. I mean, oh my god, it's Fallout 4. Are you fucking kidding me? If someone came to you and said, hey, listen, the Fallout games are like some of your favorite games ever. We're coming out with Fallout 4. Can we pay you to play it? And my answer to them was actually, well, I'm going to play it anyways. And I would love to accept a fee. You don't have to pay me to play this game, but I'll do it. And they were like, no, please, no, it's really great. Really like what you do. Really nice, good relationship that happens there. So I don't like that term sellout, because it implies this it's another way of saying you earned money, so fuck you for no reason other than that, right? Like, I have no idea. And there's people who are like, no, that's not what I mean. But there are some people that totally sell it. Use a different word. Just say specifically, because you can say he accepted money to promote something that he didn't like. And I don't like that. I prefer to feel like if this person is telling me, they're telling me because they actually like it, not because they were paid to like it. That's a specific thing. It takes longer to say. Take longer to say things. Too often I feel like culturally, especially in America, it's too often culturally emphasized to have a concise, clean, small, clear statements that are easy to glom onto. To be like, but that's the argument. Because it's clean and easy and small and clear and concise. Don't do that. Just take a long amount of time to say something. Take a long amount of time to say something so that you can be accurate. Avatar says, what about take the money but only say good things about our product? I just don't accept deals that do that. And most streamers wouldn't, because again, it's not in the best interest of any streamer to be full of shit. I mean, Sean, how would one send you beer? Go to day9.tv/contact and send it there. And I would love to drink it. The top post on Hearthstone subreddit is gone. Let's check that one out. And it's... yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Are they just gone? That would be so sick. What's your favorite era of history? I don't know. Right now? A lot of cool stuff happening. See, here's the thing. Adonzel says, the problem is when streamers totally change their content based on money. If you are asking for donations or running promotions to make money and that's not why people watch you, it becomes obnoxious. But the thing is that no one's forcing you to watch, right? No one is making you watch the thing. That's the sort of beauty of Twitch, is that there are so many options and so many streamers and so many streams that if there's a streamer who is trying to bullshit viewers in order to make a quick buck, viewers are not stupid. Viewers are actually very sharp. They're very perceptive. They're going to go, this person's full of shit. And what's this viewer's response going to be? To stop watching. And what's the long-term effect on that streamer? They die. I have seen people do one of these things with their audiences, right? And I've been a streamer for 6-7 years, so I haven't done any of that stuff. I have one of the most stable audiences in streaming. Like, I can change games on a dime. My viewership is not tied to a specific game or a specific title. I'm allowed to just do those sorts of things because I've worked really, really hard. You don't see any sort of advertisements around here. You don't see a voice pop up. You don't hear me talk about donations a lot. I welcome subs because it's a really important part of the community, because people are chatting and hanging out, and that community is how all the business components of Day 9 TV are based. If I do an event, I'm going to talk to the community. If there's some cool thing going on, I'm going to direct the community towards that. I'm coming out with a game later this year. I'm going to ask people in the community to come play that, right? It's a foundational aspect that is not tied to monetization, right? So that's what helped the long-term viability of Day 9 TV continue. And so I think that this is one of the reasons why I think it's nonsense when someone is overly critical, because I, the streamer, I have no power. I don't have any power. So right now there are 4,749 people watching me stream right now. All right, so all of you watching me stream, you can stop watching at any point. Every minute that you are continuing to watch is a choice that you are making to keep watching my content. And if at any point you think, nah, I don't want to watch this, you just move your mouse, boom, one click, and it's off, right? It's gone. Instantly, I am one click away from losing you. Most stores don't even have one click buy, right? It is so easy to drop watching me. So, because I have no power over what you do, you have all the power. It is up to, where the fuck did my train of thought go? Oh shit, hundreds of people close right there. Because you have all the power, if I'm doing something that upsets you, you just close it. And so when I see a lot of people saying, yeah, but that person's a sellout, or in particular against female streamers, she's just doing it for attention, she doesn't really do X and Y and Z, my instinctual response is, who are you talking to? Because you have all the power. If you don't like it, you close it. And again, streamers and viewers and audience members are very sharp, they're very smart. There is no person out there who's going to tune into someone who they don't like for a long period of time. And even if there's some streamer, and again to emphasize, a female streamer who has, let's say, 2,000 people watching, and you, it's not fair, it's bullshit, she's only doing it for attention. Again, those are 2,000 people who every single minute are actively choosing to stay tuned in, who can easily one click away depart. Anyone who is not meant for a long-term success is just going to collapse, because there'll be too many people that just close it, and down the tumble occurs. It has happened to tons of people that I have known over time, not very small amount personally, but other people as well, that I've just known of, have just had this huge spike, and then but then you have someone like Dizzy Kitten, who just has a really consistent, solid audience. It's just solid, and that's great. That's great. The solidness represents that there are a lot of people who are actively choosing to tune in, they're really enjoying. So this is a little bit of a long rant, but it's something I believe very strongly in, that you, the viewer, have all the power. The entire Day 9 TV business is founded on this philosophy. This is why I promote the notion of not being a dick. This is why I try to embody not being a dick. This is why I accept absolutely no promotions except for things that I personally genuinely believe in, such as Fallout 4, which I really enjoy as a game, and you should totally go buy it. And I'm not even being paid to say that right now. And why I think that if you are an angry audience member at any point where you're thinking, that person's fucking, he's being a piece of shit, and I don't like what he's doing, he's being a sellout, he's doing it for attention or whatever, just close the stream, because remember, you have all the power in the whole world. All the power in the entire world. Because you're the viewer, and I'm just some fuck. I'm just some fucking guy, and if you don't like me, just close it. It's right up there if you're on Mac, and it's up here if you're Windows. And if you're Linux, you don't even need to point, because you don't even have a mouse plugged in. You just hit the hotkey that closes the window, and then you reinstall your kernel, and you try to explain it to one of your friends, and one of them gets it, and that's where the bonding happens. I'm gonna go. That was a good rant. That was solid. Hey, oh, and I'm done.